shops, but no one ever seems to want to listen.
Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. Right, you may have captured the fact that I didn't tweet X. I still don't know what to call them anymore. Everybody still calls them tweets because there isn't anything better since it got changed to X. So, any case, where I was bringing into question initially that a missile shouldn't have hit the vehicle, and then I've done a bit of research, found out because I couldn't find. And I know what missiles look like when they hit things, and look, it doesn't look like that. So automatically I went, well, that hasn't been hit by a missile because there isn't enough damage. But then I found out about another weapon, a weapon that isn't explosive and would explain why there is no damage inside the vehicle, and it's this weapon. This is the AGM-114R9X Hellfire missile, and those blades spin out at the end. As you can see, it carries no explosive warhead, and they just basically eviscerate anyone who's inside the vehicle, thus causing zero damage to windows and that, because there is no explosion at all, none whatsoever. So that would explain why the vehicle had a hole in the roof but no explosive damage. And I thought, okay, well, there we go. So I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. There is no way, that a missile had hit that, and it was this RX-9. So I pulled out the fact that I was wrong. I have found a missile that can do that doesn't cause windows to explode out of vehicles. Then while doing the research on this new weapon, which isn't a new weapon, it's been out for a while now, I discovered that, again, questions have to be asked, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the damage an RX-9 does to the roof of a vehicle. And it doesn't look like that, does it? RX-9, not RX-9. So now the question is, I mean, I know several other people have said that, oh, it's the RX-9. Well, this is a picture. I mean, it's all blurred out because of what it does inside, but you can see you would have impacts where those blades come out before impact. There's not a single mark like that on this roof at all. There's barely any blast damage. In fact, there's very rarely much blast damage around. Here, it's peeled it completely off. So, me saying initially, oh well, it wasn't hit by a missile. Then I thought, oh well, I found the missile that could have done it. And now, while I'm doing that and doing a little bit more research, found out that is not that. That is not an RX-9 hit. So we are back again to the same problem. This was not hit by a missile. Now, I thought I was wrong. And I like to be honest. If I'm wrong and I made a mistake, I'll come out and say, I made a mistake, I'm wrong. And I thought that, doing due diligence and research, I'd found the actual way this had happened. Except then I found out that the RX-9 does a hell of a lot more damage than that. In fact, there wouldn't be any roof left. Now, some said it was an unexploded device. Well, there's plenty of people hanging around here, so they're saying it exploded. There's no sign of any damage inside the vehicle. Not a mark here at all. Nothing. Still trying to figure out why you'd stick that there. You couldn't see properly, but whatever. So I'm a little bit confused. I mean, the door's slightly out there, but there's no scarring. There's no, the handle there isn't touched. There's no burn marks. There's nothing. Sorry, still got this bloody cold. So this wasn't hit by an RX-9. Now, somebody said, oh, it's a grenade. Well, no, because whatever's done is clearly punctured through the roof. Now, this all looks an upward motion to me, as it's been pushed upwards like that. So, I don't know. This is a very confusing image. As I said, initially when I first saw the picture, there's no way it's hit by a missile. I've seen what missiles do up close to vehicles, and they never look like that. They usually turn into a steaming pile of, well, a hole in the ground. I mean, I've seen what a Hellfire missile does to an armoured vehicle. And it takes the turret clean off the top of it. So, I'm now even more confused about what hit this thing. As I said, the roof seems to be bent upwards in some respects. There's a whole section of the roof that's been bent in, as if it's been pushed down. But there's no explosion. There's a bit of marking, a little bit of here, but there's nothing in here. And if that was explosive, then this window wouldn't be here. That window wouldn't be there. That window wouldn't be there. And then the thing is, there was a picture of another vehicle burnt out. I'm not sure if it was the same vehicle, but there doesn't seem to be any more vehicles there, and this seems to be number one. So it's a bit confusing. I'm a bit flummoxed now, because I don't know what's done that unless this was detonated from inside the car. But again, even if it was a hand grenade going off, these windows would have gone out. All explosives produce a pressure wave, and they would shatter the glass. So this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And if it is something that didn't go off, say, I don't know, we'll go say a mortar shell that went through the roof and didn't explode, it wouldn't kill all of the people in the vehicle. And apparently it killed all three in this vehicle. And there's the next question. The three that were in this vehicle. Because the three that were in this vehicle, as I zoom in a bit so we can have another look at it, and I don't know. Now, the three that were in this vehicle were all ex-combat vets, UK combat veterans, all served in the same unit, working for a kitchen, in a vehicle that suspiciously doesn't look like anything major happened in it. As I said, if this was a fragmentation grenade that went off in there, well, first the roof would be blown upwards and out more like that. And the windows would have gone. If it was something that went through the roof and didn't actually go off, it would have only killed maybe one of them, probably the back seat guy. The others would be fine. So I'm even more confused. Now, some people say, oh, it's good. And the thing is, the Israelis have admitted that they hit the convoy. They won't tell us what with. It was a drone strike or whatever. But the problem is, this image doesn't make any sense. At all. I thought I found it. I thought I'd solved it. And it proved out not to be. So the question is, why is Israel admitting that they did this? Why were the target the vehicle hit only contain 3 British soldiers who all served together in Afghanistan and Iraq? Combat veterans working for a kitchen. It's just something off here, and I don't know what it is. As I said, I genuinely believe that I'd found at least one of the parts of this puzzle. But by looking at it now, with all the information I've just given you, again, that didn't get hit by a missile. I'm even more confused now. It stinks. And I'm not sure why. There's just something not quite right. You've got something that has been hit by something but wasn't an explosive. Came up with a potential solution. And that does a lot. Well, you've seen the picture yourself. The damage it does. I'm not sure about this. I really am not sure. And I'm going to have to do some more digging. Just on the explosive thing, which is this damage has fascinated me because I don't understand where it's come from. I don't know how it's been done. Because I understand the mechanics of military explosives. And I know full well, even a small explosive device would shatter windows if it went off. Just don't know. And it's strange that the 3 people that were in there, I don't know. Any case, the mystery gets deeper and deeper. Is it conspiracy theory? I don't know. I'm not going into whether it's conspiracy theory or not. All I'm doing is trying to go over the facts that as I see them and the information that I can gather and put it out there for you to make a decision on, because it just doesn't look right to me, even more so now than it was before I thought I'd found the solution. Right then. So that's that done for a bit any case until we can find out what it is. Excuse me, bloody cold. Enjoy this video. Do the usual like and share. Thank you to all of you who subscribed so far. Please, if you enjoy the content I bring and the way I do things, please feel free to subscribe. It is always much appreciated. So, with that, I look forward to catching you in the next one.
Another time, another place, another slice away from here.